Welcome to our 10-acre homestead. Here we have gardens. Food forests. Orchard. Citrus orchard. Greenhouses. Chickens, pigs, goats, cows, all the animals. And this homestead is the place we want to try to be self-sufficient off the land. So that's what we're trying to do here. It's a long ways in the making, but day by day we're trying. So without further ado, let's take you guys on a homestead tour. It might take a while, so get your popcorn and let's go. So we're going to start this tour right on the corner of our property. This corner meets the roadside and our neighbour's side. So we're right next to a highway, which is good and bad. But this is our half-acre food forest. So this is broken up into 7 areas. We've got Theo's Nook, Jasper's Curves. Well, we haven't really called it anything yet. He'll come up with a name at some point. This is Matilda and Raven's Rose. This is Deb's area. It's called Zone D. And this is probably one of the most advanced areas with in terms of like planting fruit trees and whatnot. Evelyn's Corner, which I'm probably doing the most work to at the moment, feeding, mulching, adding more fruit trees, all that good stuff. This is Luke's terrace, so my terraces. Yeah, it needs a mow. I only mowed it 2 weeks ago. This here is Adina's alleys. So she's mainly just got bananas, tree lucerne, and poplars in here at the moment. And I've got the original 3 rows here that I planted like first, and there's plenty of mistakes that I learnt along the way, but definitely the vetiver grass I have to propagate and put everywhere because it is awesome. It goes like 30 meters deep down to the soil, and yeah, it's an awesome grass, so definitely going to propagate that. And this food forest is about a year old, so it doesn't look extravagant yet. It's mainly bananas and stuff at the moment. We're slowly planting out support species and stuff, but in a couple of years time it'll be an abundant food forest with lots of fruits and veggies as well, and it's going to be crazy. There was a reason we started this food forest, and it's basically dedicated to our son Declan, and if you want to know more about that, just go watch our Let's Talk video on our channel. Also in the food forest we have like our bananatopia kind of thing. It's just all bananas. It's not really part of the syntropic system. It's mainly we use for propagating and putting in the system, even though we purchased a lot of bananas this year. But there's about 15 bunches of bananas at the moment, and we're going to harvest one just in a minute. We have 10 varieties of bananas, and soon enough I'm going to get probably up to 30 varieties if I have my own way. Just beside the bananatopia we've got appletopia. So we've got 6 apple trees up here, and they're getting fed the syntropic style with bananas behind that I'm mainly going to use for mulch. But we've got banana grass, tithonia and that all to feed this system. Yeah, let's chop down a banana tree, shall we? Machete is needed for this part. Last time I did it, it came down the wrong way, so hopefully that doesn't happen again. And this here is the banana bunch I got off there. Now you're probably thinking they're all green. Well, the first one over here, it's gone a little bit black, left it a little bit long, it's gone yellow. So when the first one goes yellow, you want to harvest the whole thing. Hang it up inside, probably like 3 or 4 days later, all of these bananas will be yellow. This is about the 4th bunch we've picked in the last couple of weeks. So yeah, definitely eating a lot of fresh New Zealand grown bananas. Normally I would chop this up and put all the little pieces under the banana tree to feed the banana, but I've got all these pumpkins under here and I don't really want to disturb the pumpkins at the moment. So yeah, I don't know if that's an excuse not to do it right now, but I might feed some apple trees with it. We'll see. That's for later on anyway. So as we're walking from the food forest, we are entering all the gardens. So we have 5 different gardens. And it consists of 1/4 of an acre. So that was a 1/2 acre food forest, and this is 1/4 of an acre worth of gardens. We're growing in here okra, cucumber, tomatoes, lettuce, silver beet, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, corn, pumpkins, watermelons. We've got our own berry patch that we're growing raspberries, boysenberries, blueberries, seedless grapes. We're growing beans, we're growing carrots, we're growing beetroots. We're growing a ton of vegetables. Our aim is to try to be self-sufficient off the land, so the garden is an important part of it. And if you're wanting a more in-depth look at the gardens, you'll have to check out the video before this one. That basically is a garden tour, and you get to see up close and personal all of my gardens. We do have a greenhouse, big greenhouse there, and we've got a little greenhouse back there, and behind me is that's the berry patch right next to the big greenhouse. And over here we have our composting chickens. So our long-term plan is we're going to build a big lean-to kind of shelter for them, and we're going to put perches up in each compost bay, so we can work that compost a bit more. The chickens have a bit more shelter in there. We can add some more chickens, because the more chickens the better, and then we can shelter these IBC totes here as well, because this one of it here has seaweed fertilizer that we use quite a bit in the garden, and the other one here is comfrey fertilizer, and I might add Tithonia to it as well. We'll see what happens. And in that black bin over there, I've got just all fish guts in that. Yeah, you don't want to open that and smell that. That I use sometimes for the bananas and that. And then Deb's got her worm farm. She's got some water chestnuts down here, basically little nuts that grow in the water. Yeah, this is kind of like half of our chickens. We get a lot of eggs from these guys mainly. They still get fed their grains as well. Okay, you guys still with me? You're not lost yet? Now we're gonna enter the flats. So these flats are where we graze our cows mainly, and they have about 4 to 5 acres of grazing. We just got the 2 cows, Breeder and number 18 is their names. This 4 to 5 acre worth of grazing is split up into 4 different paddocks, and we've got all these willow trees that run the creek line, which is a good and a bad thing. It's good because it feeds the cows a little bit extra when the grass is low, and they love it. But what it does is when it floods, these willows act as kind of dams, and so all the creek kind of gets all stuck with the sticks and stuff, and then all of these flats are underwater. So when we get a flood, all this grassland is all underwater. Luckily, like, the cows have somewhere else to go up there, but yeah, it's not good when it floods. And also what we've got grazing in here is geese. We've got about a flock of 15 geese that come in here and sometimes come up the top, poop everywhere, but they're awesome assets to the homestead. We are going to actually butcher some soon and maybe sell some as well. But our 2 cows, Breeder and number 18, they're taking a bit of a vacation at our neighbour's place at the moment. So yeah, they kind of got through the fence, and we're going to have to get them back. So yeah, we're pretty responsible homesteaders right here. So if you're still a bit lost, going down there, we went to the flats past the greenhouse and the gardens, and then going down here you go up to the food forest. So it's kind of like a bit of a Y intersection here, and now we're going to go up our driveway up here to the orchard. So I just jumped the fence here. This is our orchard. So we've got peach trees. We've got about 7 peach trees, and it's kind of like a weedy jungle in here. It's just Bruno the pig, our male kuni pig in here. We basically separate them from the girls so we can kind of control when to breed the pigs, or else they'll just be breeding year round. Don't know if that's good or bad thing. There's quite a few peaches on this tree, but it's actually getting a bit split, as you can see over there. So I don't know if that's from the rain or not, but there's been 2 juicy ones I've been eyeing up over here. And I was going to eat one, but I better not. They're not quite ready, so I'll wait a little bit longer. I can resist. Okay, I don't even know how I'm going to get through here. There's like prickle bushes and everything. I think we need a goat in here because Bruno's not eating everything. Up here is a black boy peach. You can see it there. And it's not like the best year of producing, but there's still probably good 50 on that tree. I'd say this tree maybe a little bit better. It's a peach cot, but yeah, you can kind of see the fruit through there. This tree's like a little bit more loaded. We've also got a pear tree there and a pear tree here. I've never been really that successful with the pears. I think it's just the ripening of them. I never know when to pick them. I've heard you ripen them inside, but yeah, if you know, tell me please. There's 2 quince trees here. I think 2 years ago we had quite a good year of quinces, and we've done quite a few preserving with them, but since then we haven't really had a great year. I'm not sure if Bruno is getting a bum scratch and he's knocking them all off the tree. I'm not quite sure. Over there we have Granny Smith apple tree, and then we have we're supposed to be 3 plum trees, but the goats got in here and they annihilated these 2. I've been trying to graft onto them but been unsuccessful. I think I'm going to pull them out and plant some fresh plums, but that one there has had 1 good year, but for the last 2 years it has been crap. Bruno's just having a sleep, so I've just sneaked up on him down here. He's just found out I'm in his orchard. Good morning, Bruno. Oh, that's a good boy. That's a good boy, Bruno. You're doing a good job, aren't you? Eh? Need some more males in here to help you out with the grass, eh? At least you're not going hungry, are you? Bruno doesn't actually get any food from us whatsoever. He's just purely living off grass, which is awesome. And it's free, and he's got plenty of grass, so he's happy. Okay, right next to Bruno's orchard is our citrus orchard. So through here we've got mandarins, oranges, grapefruit, lemons, limes and lemonades. And we do have feijoas that are up the top that are going to eventually become like a bit of a windbreak, because citrus hate wind. Yeah, at the moment the kids are smashing these mandarins. They're getting to a nice size, but the kids are getting them before me when they turn orange, so yeah, I haven't got much luck in that department. But everything else, it's kind of like citrus is kind of like they fruit in winter kind of thing, which is cool because everything else is kind of finished. But yeah, we're getting quite a few oranges, limes and lemons and stuff through winter, which is cool, and probably in a month or 2 we should be loaded with feijoas. I'm really looking forward to that. And yeah, there is supposed to be an animal in here grazing the lawn, but he's escaped. And also in the citrus orchard we used to keep ducks, which this is like their pen here, until they escaped and thought the creek is a better place to stay, which is awesome. But I think I'm going to get these guys back in here because I've got a bathtub, I've got everything they need in here. So that's my like goal for the next probably couple of weeks, is I'm going to try to fortify the fence again so they can't escape and put them in here. Okay, I'm back on the drive now, and that's the citrus orchard, and right next to the citrus orchard is the pig paddock. So this is where our supposed to be 2 female pigs, the other female pig and her baby little male pig is supposed to be in the citrus orchard. But yeah, they thought they'd come over here, which they've actually got more grass in the citrus orchard, so yeah, I don't know what they're thinking. And this is where the ducks have turned up as well. So we've actually stopped feeding the ducks, basically because when the kids are chucking food over here, all they're feeding is the pigs. So it's not ideal. But these guys should just be purely grazing. We want to teach the pigs just eat grass. As long as they've got enough grass, eat grass, and then they're free. They probably have about 1/4 of an acre, maybe if that. Next up is our goat paddock. So these guys have about 2 acres, and Deb's built this mean goat shelter, well, milking shelter, a couple of years ago. So we milked the goats in here. Well, some of them sleep in here, poop in here, and as you've seen a couple of videos ago, I actually collected all the manure, put it in the food forest, but that's another wheelbarrow load. But yeah, basically just puts food in there, milks them here, and we were using this milking machine, which to get up and running we just need one of the teat things, so we're not too bothered at the moment because we've only got 1 goat in milk and we're getting about 3.5 litres a day out of her, so it's not too bad. Once we've got them all into milk, we're gonna have a lot of milk, but we make cheese, soap, and we're going to try out like butter and all that kind of stuff as well. So yeah, it's going to be exciting once they're all in milk, but hopefully they're all pregnant. So if you're like me and you've got goats, you know that they're mean escape artists. So what I've had to do is I've had to put like a 3 white tape line in front of an 8 wire fence to keep them from getting out. Yeah, it's crazy. They've been like going to the neighbours and everything. It's taken me like 2 or 3 years to actually contain them to this 2 acre paddock, which is plenty for 6 goats and 2 sheep. So as you can see, they've got some pretty steep terrain down here to go, and which goats love. But yeah, it's a bit crazy to come over here, but it's quite a cool paddock in general. Okay, so these are our 2 sheep. We've got 1 male and 1 female sheep, Rufus, and I forget what the other one is, sorry about that. But Shefra raised them up for us, and hopefully next year they're gonna breed for us, have little lammies. We've got 1 goat there. I think that's Poppy. I could be wrong. Yeah, I've basically forgotten all of their names. Got 3 goats down there and 1 goat up here. That's 4, 5. Where's number 6? There should be 6, so I don't know where the other one is. But somewhere around here there is another goat. This is our land down there. On the other side of the fence is where we're going to put the cows once we get them back, because there's heaps of grass and we don't want the goats to go in there or they're going to escape to the neighbours again. But yeah, that's our goats. Okay, so we've just sort of come up the second drive, come down the pathway here. It's like kind of like our front lawn. We've got all our wood up there that we're going to make a table out of, and some more garden beds. And we have got Samson down here. He's tethered for the time being, but it's just temporary because we are going to build like a whole paddock for him down the bottom and for Bruno. So yeah, just temporary. To this side of us here we have like, it's pretty much like our old orchard. We've got apples, pears, little tiny plums. I don't know what you do with little tiny plums. And we've got a guava, red guava there. And we have got a little piggy down here that keeps escaping from where he's supposed to be. Isn't that right, little piggy? Pig? What are you doing? Get back to where you belong. We've also got a bunch of feijoa trees just there as well. And this is Mama Pig down here. So this is the only pig we basically feed all the food scraps to. Her name is Nibbles. She'll nibble your fingers off if given a chance. See? She's got her 2 babies down there. We sold all her female babies, so these guys are just males. So we will have to separate them before they start breeding. But basically these guys, these little guys are escaping, and when we're feeding the chickens, they're going and eating all the chicken food. So that's why they're so fat. And with them is one of our young male goats. We haven't got it deballed, so keeping it away from the females, but he's in here just destroying all the weedy stuff that the pigs don't eat, and he gets some of the food scraps and stuff as well. But yeah, where the pigs are, and on the other side of the pigs, there's about 10 chicken coops. And if you've been watching us for a long time, we actually used to breed different types of chickens, like gold lace Wyandotte, silver lace Wyandotte, light Sussex, speckled Sussex, Australorps, barred rocks, silkies. Yeah, there was quite a few that we bred, and ducks as well, but we had them all in these individual paddocks to stop them from crossbreeding, because we used to sell the fertile eggs and the chicks and all that. We had a whole business, but when Evelyn arrived, we decided no more. We're not we're not doing this business anymore. We need to focus our time and energy on other stuff, like we have done with the garden and the food forest and stuff like that, and eventually we've got the whole setup to be able to do it again. So that is the plan. It's a bit dark, but this is our shed in here, and this is where we raise all of our chicks. So all the 1 day olds to like 2 weeks go in these pens with heat plates, and then they go to these larger pens up here, and in the back there is where we store all our hay. So right to the back of our shed over here, we come down here, we have a gate, but all of these barred rock chickens somehow still get out. These are basically our replacement pullets. So they're all running away from me. There's quite a few in here. There might be like 20 or 30 pullets and roosters. So the pullets are going to replace our older hens, and the roosters, they will go down to the compost area, do some composting at some stage and grow out, and then we'll butcher them and eat them. And any excess hens we got, we'll either sell or butcher as well. We kind of plan to do this like 3 or 4 times a year, but we had a holiday this year, so next year it's going to pump into action, supercharged and ready to go. We also have Pika just over there. It's a female goose, and that's Theo's goose. He'll quite gladly pick her up and take her inside, and yeah, that's probably not a good thing. Right next to where the pullets and that are is our actual barred rocks, and we do have the odd dinosaur in here, the old guinea fowl. They're good for bugger all, but we've got our barred rock rooster over there, and there's about 7 barred rock hens, and I see there's 2 naughty Australorps that have to go down to the compost flock. So yeah, that's on the to-do list, definitely. But yeah, they've got these cages I built quite a long time ago, so they're good, and they lay in there. They've got feeder and water, everything they need. So just up here, as I got a shortcut, because basically I'm pretty sure it's the pig has destroyed this fence down here. That's half the reason probably why these chickens are getting out. Right over here we have our rabbit tree. So as you can see, the spectator is still here. Mr. Enzo, what are you doing? I've been feeding them some willow and stuff with and silver beaten pellets and that, but yeah, we've got our 2 bunnies. So this here is Cottontail, and she's a little female that we're gonna breed with, and this is Snowflake. So she's the other female we're gonna breed with, and she's nice and white. They're both Flemish giant rabbits, and we do plan on breeding with them. We've got a male that we're picking up next week, and then we've basically got to vaccinate them and then wait maybe 6 months until we can start breeding them. And that's why we have got about 7 cages down here, and there's about 9 cages all up here, but this needs a whole refurbishment. As you can see, we've had rabbits before. We've had them 3 times, and all 3 times they've died to the calicivirus. So it's not good. Definitely vaccinate your rabbits. So that's pretty much it for the video today, guys. I hope you still got some popcorn left. I hope I don't bore you too much, but that's our 10-acre homestead in a nutshell. If you haven't already, go check out the garden tour so you can get a little bit more insight to what our gardens look like, and subscribe to the channel to be able to see more of what happens on the homestead. We do quite a lot of vlogs. We try to do a vlog twice a week, if not some other type of video. So yeah, subscribe and give us a big thumbs up, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Look out.